Hey, what's up guys? This is a review of Samsung Galaxy J5 16GB Gold version. After using it for nearly a month, I can say it has lived up to my expectations as a budget phone, which a smartphone hardly does nowadays, although it won't be my only choice if I need to reconsider. Here, by budget phone, I compare price tag of the phone to its performance. First of all, it's a decently sized phone with a screen size of 5 inches as compared to Civillink's J7, which is a 5.5-inch phone. 5-inch phones have become a standard in phone industry, and it feels good to hold in the hand compared to the phone with larger displays. It has thinner, flatter body, and more importantly, rounded edges that actually helps you grip the phone without any discomfort. It comes in 3 colors, white, black and gold. I prefer the outright bright golden color as it suits the phone. Both the front panel and back panel is golden in color and the edge is glossy silver. The top and bottom of the phone is somewhat flatter as compared to the sides, which are round. The buttons, power button to the right, volume rocker to the left, and the home button at front are relatively clicky and decently tactile. The back panel is flimsy, which is always the case with the Samsung, but it performs quite well. Overall, this design and build quality is a cliche of Samsung and can be said to be good. Upon the front of the phone is beautiful, crispy 5-inch 720p resolution Super AMOLED capacitive touchscreen. The display is slightly brighter with a pinkish tint, high color saturated with good waving angles. This is definitely not the best display out there, but one can work with it. Now you would have probably already noticed that the screen is flanked on its top by a camera, sensors, and more importantly, a front-facing flash. Yes, Samsung equipped this device with a front-facing flash. So, this phone will be much suited to people who are fond of selfies. The flash is pretty decent for close-up shots, as is the camera. This is a 4G enabled dual SIM phone, but only one SIM can be used for 4G at a time. Has 1.2 GHz quad-core Cortex A53 CPU, Adreno 306 GPU, and Qualcomm Snapdragon 410 chipset. Internal storage is 8GB with a micro SD card slot, and it has 1.5GB of RAM. This configuration translates into a smooth experience. Initially, the transitions were not smooth, and the phone used to stop functioning for a second or so. This compelled me to turn off the transitions in the developer options of the phone. I usually throw a lot at phone, and I can easily notice when they hang up or stutter, start feeling dizzy, or slows down. For this phone, I can say it sometimes hangs for a second or so, and then resumes its work like if nothing has happened. It was like the phone has an absence seizure, off one second. Other than this, multitasking, opening closing apps, gaming was pretty smooth. Battery life on this phone is pretty good. We all know that it has 2600 mAh battery in such a small form factor. And considering that it has 5-inch display and good specs, don't expect it to get the longest battery life. But it does pretty well. I've got something around 5 hours of screen on time and will give it a rating of around B-. But it's not the screen on time that counts here. It's the standby time. You can forget to charge your phone with 40% at night and wake up to 35%. Also, you can sometimes end the day with 20% of charge left in it. However, there's no quick charging or wireless charging, which is quite a bummer for some people. I personally like quick charging when available. This phone is equipped with backfiring speaker, which is not loud enough. You consistently need to keep the hand behind the speaker to make the sound reflect towards you. In noisy environments, it is nearly impossible to listen to the speakers. However, in quieter locations, they perform nicely, but you miss a lot of details in the sound. The rear camera is 30 megapixel, but it doesn't perform like it. It's a decent capturing camera, however it can't be compared to camera from Sony in a similar range phones. It is an autofocus camera with a flash, and double tapping the home button gets you into it, even if the phone is locked. The capturing speed is slow as the camera takes time to autofocus, and there's no multiple shutter options. The photos themselves are quite nice during daylight. You get sharp photos, but some details are missing from them. The software removes some grain from the photos, making them lose details. There is a Pro mode in the camera where you can adjust metering, ISO and white balance. However, there's no HDR. Low light grain and blur can be seen in photos if the hands are shaky. Overall, the camera is really not that bad. The main attraction of this phone is the front-facing flash for the front camera, good for selfie lovers. The flash is pretty bright for close-up shots, so is the quality of front-facing 5 megapixel camera. If you're a selfie freak, this feature can make you go crazy. The phone gets pretty warm on playing games, but the heat dissipates quite nicely and don't hamper with the experience. Performance has been somewhat clean and smooth, and it can play many games without a hitch. However, if you want to install more games, you'll need a micro SD card, as it has pretty much low internal memory. This phone comes loaded with Android Lollipop, with no news about update to Marshmallow yet. I always love the clean stock Android, but this phone as usual comes loaded with bloatware which cannot be uninstalled. However, you can disable them and they stop showing up in the apps. So at the end of the day, I would have liked certain things to be seen in this phone. But as far as this phone goes, it's pretty decent for the price you pay. It obviously can't be a daily driver for me, but if you're short on budget and don't mind the performance, you'll be having a good time with it. As far as recommending this phone goes, I might recommend it to buy. So if you are an Android enthusiast, Samsung loyal customer and are short on budget, you are pretty good to go. This phone might disappoint you sometimes in some ways. I think it's still going to be a good budget phone in the market. Thanks for watching this review, guys. If you enjoyed, you are free to hit that thumbs up button right below. And also hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this one. That wraps up this video. I'll catch you guys later.